Okay, so I think we are live. So
Hey everyone, I am Pranay and I'm with Vaibhav. Today we are going to build a calculator application in simple JavaScript. So Vaibhav, should we start the challenge today? Should we start now? Vaibhav, are you
yes, Pranay.
listening?
Yes, Pranay.
Okay, so I hope so my screen is visible.
Yes.
Okay, so Vaibhav, should I make the tip calculator application or go with the normal calculator
Normal
application?
calculator. I think we should go with normal calculator
Okay, that's
because
fine.
that is the
Okay, so this website is actually frontendmentor.io. This is really a very fantastic and very wonderful website that contains so many challenges for the beginners, newbies, and for the advanced persons also. So today the challenge we are going to take is a simple calculator application. There is nothing more to explain about in this calculator application. Basically we will copy the UI which we are being given. Here is a desktop design, and this is something which is the mobile design. As you can see, there are three different themes in this frame. The first theme is something like a normal blue theme. The second one is a white theme, and the third one is a dark theme. So also we will today understand how to do a theme switching with the help of a single lines in JavaScript. Although there are multiple ways to shift different themes, isn't it? Vaibhav? There are different ways. So today I will show you a very simple way.
yes, Pranay.
Today I will show you a very simple way to do this. So let's get started. Enough of talking. Okay, I have to authenticate with the GitHub. You can log in with the GitHub. So first, what we have to do, we have to download this starter pack. This is in the form of a zip. I will move to my download folder, and from here I will take the zip to my code folder, and now I will make a new tutorial. Okay, so just a second. I will copy
Actually,
it to my
Pranay,
tutorial.
laptop has
Yes,
got reset.
whose laptop?
You have reset your laptop. That's why I'm telling.
Yeah, I know. Actually, yesterday I had my laptop completely reset and installed a new Ubuntu version. So that's the reason all my folders have been vanished. But don't worry, I'm done. Okay, so what we have to do is we are going to code in the VS Code. So this is the terminal, and simply we have to do a code dot. If you are in Linux, otherwise just open as usual using clicking the VS Code icon. So this will open up my VS Code application. Now I can close my terminal. There's no need of it. So this terminal will open with the path of our tutorials. So here's the calculator zip application. I will unzip it right here, and I will delete this folder, and I will go into this. I will boot from here in the VS Code. No need of this application. So I will this. Yeah. Oh, there's a mistake. I had closed that folder. Just a second. Give me a second. Okay. So now we are done. Now it's perfect. So what we are having in this project folder, we are having design, we are having images, there is a git ignore file. Why the git ignore? Basically, there is a policy of the front end mentor is that we should not accidentally give up any files like .xd file, because that is um, covered under their premium application. But we are only using the free
That
version, so
would
there is no need.
cause piracy, and they would apply copyright strike.
Exactly. So, but the problem is, the feature is we are on using the free version, so there is no use of this getting off file basically. So we will delete. Okay, so this is a README template which they provide, and this is a really good format of writing the README. I wish you should follow this README template. You should consider giving it a read. This is something written about our project, what we have to do. So you can read it. I'm going to this style guide.md. This md is a markdown file. This style guide basically tells कि हमें किस तरीके के what kind of design we want in our application, what kind of theme. I mean, in the theme one, these are the background colors, these are the keys, this is the text, and in the theme two, this is the background, these are the keys, and this is the text. Similarly, in the theme 3 is given. So this is our style guide. We will import these colors when we are coding into the index.html. So quickly, let's move to the design file and let's see how it's looking in what we have to make actually. So this is the active theme, and this is the second theme, third theme. Looks the third theme is the best, I guess, isn't it? Okay, so this is the desktop preview. This is the mobile preview. The simple. This is a very simple application. Not really that hard. Might be hard if you are not using a pro. If you are unfamiliar about the CSS or the HTML concepts. So if you are unfamiliar, please go to our previous videos of our playlist. We had taught you enough of CSS and HTML and JavaScript to start with this project. I hope
And
you
this
should.
is a very good project to test your CSS skills, like grid,
I
flex,
hope
and all those.
I will say you should first go and try it by your own and then come to this and see how it is done in a better way or a parallel way. So here I will make a CSS file. Basically just delete it, a normal CSS. No need of any fancy CSS, style.css. Okay. And then a JavaScript file, script.cs. Not script.js, sorry, I'm sorry. Okay, so now let's move to the index.html file. This is the boilerplate they are giving it, but I will erase it with the normal boilerplate. I will replace it with the calculator application. Calculator application. Okay. So now let's analyze our problem. What we are having before starting with the CSS, first analyze the design very carefully. That is the job of a developer first of all. So this is the first part. We can say this is the first row. This is the second row, and this is a whole complete container box containing all the keys, all the buttons are there. This can be considered as a grid. Are you focusing here? This reset button is expanding to two rows, or you can say it is containing two columns. Sorry, not two rows. It is containing two columns. This equal to button is also containing two different columns,
Basically,
and the
both are
rest
occupying double of the space.
exactly. And the rest of these buttons are actually occupying just one column and one row. This can be considered as containing occupying a full row, but this is different from this grid. I mean, this is outside of this container, so will consider it as an outside element. But this header kind of thing can be considered as this is the logo, this is the theme, just what you can say, just an indication, label kind of thing, and this is our switching. So let's get started with the header. Okay. So header, first of all, H1 tag, which will be containing our calc. This is what we okay. This is small. This didn't matter. We can change it with the CSS. With the help of CSS using text transform, we can make the text uppercase, lowercase, or any other kind of cases. Okay. Now let's get into the div dot theme wrapper. Okay. We can give it something small, or you can say, let's give it a paragraph.
or try a label print
Actually, okay, let's try a label for.
for toggle switch, theme toggler.
Which input will be considered viable? Is that right? Do you think?
I think we have to make our own input custom because there are three options. Na?
Of course.
You have
But
to give
what will
three
be the best
checkbox.
to start?
I know, yeah. You should first of all create an input wrapper. उसके अंदर तेरे को तीन checkbox बनाने होंगे और checkbox को hide करना होगा basically, मतलब invisible, और उसके ऊपर एक span बनाना होगा. ये थोड़ा टफ प्रोसेस है. तो अभी इनिशियली तू थ्री वो बना सकता है रेडियो बटन्स. सही है ना?
Okay. So let's give. So I will give it a try now. Name I will be giving the theme toggler. ID I will giving the theme performance.
For input, I think we have to give same name.
Let me try Vaibhav. I guess I can
Yes.
do this with this simple thing. Okay. If
Okay.
it is done
Yeah.
with the help of this, there is no need to do some complex thing.
Okay.
Okay. So I hope. So first of all, let me go to the go live. And then we are live with the help of this. Okay. So this is a simple theme, not much at all. Cool theme. So now let's go to your style guide and see what we need to change or what actually is this league spot. So this is the font we are going to use in this project. So let's import this font from the Google font. We have to import the weight 700 just. So actually I will import two 400 and the second will be 700. I will use this import functionality and stop this. And I will post in the top of this style.css. Okay. And I will use this font family complete body. Because we are having not so many different kind of elements, so we can apply this style to the body. There is no problem at all. So we can close this now. Let's go to the style guide and check the other things which we need to set. The font size is a bit large, or we can set it according to our name, just like the salt in the food. Okay, so let's set the minimum height to the body to 100 VH. This is really very important. Width of 100%. And then just to check, let's give it a background and let's set it to date. Let's check the style is actually working or not. But actually, it will not work because we are not linking CSS. So now we are linking our CSS bar. Just go and check. Okay, the background is now red. We are having those margins get removed. So the style is actually working. So now let's get rid of this this red background. Now we will go to our HTML file here, and this is the header. Okay, so just let me arrange a little bit. So header, um, just to give it a check its extension. Why I'm doing this? I repeated this trick multiple times. Whenever you're not sure about the extent of any element on your string, just give it a background of pink or any background to check whether it is extending. What is the dimensions of those elements? It basically explains this. So now in the body, we have included our font family, minimum height, width, and now I will do a display of grid and then place items center, calc, and this will place our
And
whole
a
thing.
little trick I can tell you, uh, Pranay,
Yes, yes, sure,
yeah,
sure, go on.
a little trick for everyone, that if you want to see how much size is every element of your DOM is occupying, then you can apply background color in the sixth line number 7 and give some opacity to it. Okay.
Or a better
Back,
option, yeah, Weber
yes,
is actually right. A better option
and
is to give it
outline.
a outline.
No, by using background color, you can see the layering on which element which one is placed. 1 pixel solid, Pranay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you can see if I zoom a little bit, you can see we are getting the outline on each of the element, and we are getting an idea that how these elements are actually expanding. So we can see this header thing is expanding, or the extension of header thing is limited to this box. The extension of this h1 tag is extended, I mean is limited to this box. So this is how it actually works, and this is a small trick, first of all suggested by Kevin Powell. He is a YouTuber and a very nice YouTuber. As you consider as the guru of the CSS, I will say, I will recommend you to please go and watch his videos. Okay, so now we are we are checked, so I will just comment it out. And now what we have to do, just set it to display flex, and flex direction should be row, which is default, I think. Okay, so now we are having a similar to this calc and theme, and then we are having this input. Now what is the most hard task here? Most hard task is to make those input. How we can do this? So first of all, justify content center, check it up, or align item center. I hope this should work. Yeah, I'll remove this. Not center, which is basically end. Let's end. Now it is. Or we will change it further. So now let's get to the most important thing for today's section. We are going to style this input. So first of all, set to input and all, set to
Pranay, I think you
unset.
should give three inputs, na?
What?
Three input tags,
Just a minute, Babu.
height and background color.
No, this is not. So let's get to our div and let's make a little bit of change. It's
Mm,
okay to
uh,
experiment those things, and if it not work, you can free to change. So in my case, this trick doesn't work at all, or might be I am not capable of doing this. So I will try to do it in some different way. Let's give a div uh, theme of the and div uh, theme. Let's use a quick filter of. Let's remove this and let's see something working more. But theme longer. Is it the those HTML tags? Theme longer. Yeah, that's right. Let's give it a width of 5 em and height of 2 em. Let's check it up with the background red. That's right. Cool. Okay. Basically, this theme is wrapper. There's no need of this theme backward kind of thing. So I will just remove.
No, you would need it, Pranay, because then you can easily apply justify content space between, because there is more space in the calc and this theme part. See,
Okay, I can. What I can do is, first of all, let me set a minimum width of 15 em. Let's check it whether it is enough or it is too much. I think it's good. It's cool. Cool. Minimum width of 15 em. Minimum width of 15 em, and then go to this header and then the target margin left to auto. Yeah, now it's cool, I guess. And margin right to you.
of 1 em maybe.
Yeah, now it's cool. You can even expand these things and let us see how it's working. Okay, it's working good, Vaibhav, I think. Isn't
Yeah,
it?
and later we can give padding.
Now, I will do one more thing which I missed last time, just to give them a common style, because these three things are common. So I had given a common class to all of them. So can I style them combinedly just using one class, because they looks like common, but this theme 1, theme 2, and theme 3 is given to distinguish between them. So because these three are different, their work is different, but the UI kind is similar. I hope this
They are
concept is
acting
clear why
like
I'm giving.
ID.
Yeah, as an optional, we can give an ID to these three of them. There is no problem at all. So now let's target our theme, and let's give it a width of 2 em and height of 2 em, which is basically 100% of the height. Let's comment it out, and let's give it what can say, background of Rebecca purple. And here we will change the width and height of this toggler. Width will be fit content and height will be fit content. Okay. I guess there is a small padding between those two things. So padding of 0.5 em from the all of the side, and the border radius is 100%. And what more is given? Okay. One more thing, that is display set to flex. Okay, now let's see how it's looking. There is no gap between these three things, so I will give it a gap of 1 em. Now it is looking exactly 100%. Let's try with 50%. This is still too much. Give it a 20%. 30%. Or at 40%. Okay, 30%. Okay, so this is a now cursor. Let's change it to something like a sky blue. So we will just current will look, and then a cursor of pointer. Okay, small bit of tweaking when the user hovers.
Then we don't want all three activated. It
Yeah, I know, Vaibhav, I know.
you
Okay,
will
I will
toggle that
first.
from JavaScript.
If I will act, okay. Actually, I'm doing what visibility set to
Again,
hidden,
okay.
and then what I will do basically dot theme dot active visibility
Visibility. Right.
to
With the help of
reset to.
JavaScript, you will add, right?
Hmm. Basically, there is no theme having the class active, so nothing will be there. Okay, and I can say if I will, what you can say, if I will change this to this, so this will visible. This I mean this theme will be visible.
And we will do
Box.
active typo.
Okay, I'm sorry.
And we will
Which
do
will
this
be
with the help of JavaScript.
yeah. We are leaving this task later, so I will set it the help of JavaScript. Now you can see carefully. So these three things are really not aligned properly. So let's align them properly. So you can see that our this thing is really very large. So please give me a chance to make them small. This padding is too much. Consider this is now too small,
And
I
yeah,
guess. Isn't it, Vaibhav?
no, I don't think it's the. I think the width is too much. Yeah, it's now
This is
perfect.
perfect. No, I guess let's try a bit more large.
Okay, unit.
Okay, I guess this is perfect,
Yeah,
right?
this is
Isn't it?
nice. Yes,
This is
yes.
perfect. This is
And the gap between theme and yeah, that is fine.
just yeah.
And one
Okay,
thing
now
you are missing, that
one
numbering.
thing I left is to give a theme
Numbering.
of. So what I will do, I will make this thing position set to relative and
And then
dot
you can use the
theme
before.
before, or you can use alternate chapter. They are not different thing. First, we have to set the content to nothing, or actually, what basically we have these three things are different. So how we can
No,
do that?
you can do with the help of counter. We have a counter in CSS, right?
Okay, I'm not sure about the syntax.
Okay, let me check. Tell you counter in CSS because I've recently seen Kevin Powell using it. Yeah, there it is. See, you name a counter first of all, named something, and then you increase it. In the body, declare a counter first using counter reset, and then in the before you can do counter
So this
increment.
section is what?
It's a variable name. Pranay.
Okay, so but how where we are giving the starting point? Where is one? Where we are giving this one?
See in the counter content of before, we are using counter of section, concatenating it directly.
Okay, I'm getting this, but why section one? I what if I want to start from the three
There is a different property for
approach, right?
that. I'm missing that.
Oh,
Let me check.
okay. So I hope our task will be done from this only.
Yes, it will work like charm.
So where to apply this counter reset?
In the body, give a variable name like theme count, something like that.
I will give it to theme toggle. Any
Yeah,
problem?
it will work. Counter reset.
Counter reset to true.
See, there is a property named counter set from which you can set it to some value.
Okay, okay. for the session.
Yeah. I saw.
Counter
I thought of applying it somewhere. So
and simply do.
instead of this double quote, remove this quote, Pranay. You don't need any quote. Just write
No, I
counter.
think we need.
No, no, they are just wrapping section and that colon. Try
Okay, okay,
directly
okay.
counter.
I understand this section,
Yeah,
then
yeah.
counter and this thing. Yeah,
There's no concatenation.
yeah, well, I understood. Thank you.
No, you haven't set any. Yeah. See now it's visible.
But there is still a problem. The
Visibility problem.
visibility of the other two things are not there.
Instead of dot theme, visible tag.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, now it's working. Actually, it inherits all the properties of its main element. That's all. I think you need to give position absolute. Okay, okay. Transform will work. Yeah, it's good. Try changing it directly in the Chrome.
Okay. Okay. So I hope this is looking good, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it. Yeah, yeah.
It is. It is.
It's very nice.
Thank you. Okay. So first of all, what I will do is I will remove this pinkish background. Okay. So now this is looking cool. So I hope so you enjoyed this header styling thing. And now the task which is left is to give it a theme. So
Uh,
before getting to the theme, let's add this input box because that's much
yeah.
easy. So that's really much easy. So the
I
picture
have some
contains.
pre-written, Pranay.
Okay.
I have some pre-written HTML for this project if you want.
Since I had edited the header, please
Okay,
let
okay.
me
Okay,
write and
okay.
explain.
Calculator display.
I'm changing this to flex because of the problem we are getting due to use of the grid and then justify.
Pranay, flex direction.
Yeah, the most important thing. Mhm.
Column. Now you have to give some width to header. I think you should
Okay,
wrap it all inside a container.
which one?
All
This.
the calculator.
Actually, I thought of doing that, but since we are having just this thing calculator, we might ignore this.
Yeah,
You can
actually, yeah,
wrap.
you are right. Because we don't need any background color.
Yeah.
I thought we had to.
So input, we will add a class to it to distinguish between them, not to be get confused if other things are used. I mean, in the input are used or simply dot. Say, um, width of 100%, height of 5 a. Let's check how it's looking. Oh my god, the rest is not that much. Oh,
It's
Vaibhav, the
taking,
problem,
yeah.
the problem is here. So I have to
That's
wrap.
why I was saying this.
Okay, so you were future, right?
Or you have to give margin to the body, or sorry, padding to the body. Now it's fine. And Pranay, instead of, see, there's some padding also
There,
in this input tag.
input tag.
Yeah, there's some
Yeah,
padding
okay, okay, okay.
and text align.
I'm setting the font size to 2 em. This is, oh my god, this is too large.
Pranay, actually, that's because of EM.
That's because of the height, I guess. Now I will, what I will do, I will set a padding of 2 em and 4 em. Okay, this is, oh my god, I done a pretty big mistake.
I think you have given too much in from the right and left. Instead of 2 em, give it 1 em or 0.5 em.
Anywhere I'm setting a minimum width, I
Yeah,
was doing it previously.
in the line number 27.
Yeah, let's turn it off. Okay, this is not working. So let's inspect it with that progress. Okay, so what might be the mistake? Okay, what I am doing is, so actually what I'm going to do is to wrap this as a display container and
क्या करना चाह रहा था?
just a second. Actually, what I'm going to um, Yeah, now it's looking good, Weber.
Yeah. Font
Okay,
size is
now
small, I think,
font size small.
and
Okay,
the
now it's
weight is also more. Font weight.
actually this property should be applied here exactly here. Because according to the style guide, the font okay, actually, this is not applied to there. I mean, not applied to the input thing. You have to apply it. And so, because this EM
And
value
I
actually,
think font family
actually
also
this
does
EM
not
value
apply.
responds. Actually, the
Pranay?
padding. Okay.
Font family also does not apply on this. You have to
Yeah, you are
manually.
right. Yeah, you are right. Oh, okay, yeah. The font family is applied now, and let's compare it with this. The font size is still low, and we have to increase the font size. Let's go to font volume. It is, the font size is good, but we have to decrease this padding. Actually, what happens? What is the problem we are facing right now? This font actually
Whenever we
responds.
increase the font, the padding also
Padding
increases.
actually responds to the font size, and this is the
Yeah.
problem we are facing.
You can
If
instead use RAM, Pranay.
actually RAM, let's see,
Yeah.
might be a good
That will,
option.
yeah. One RAM 16 pixel. And it is having its own some padding because the top padding is more. It's display none, I think. I think you should give inline, Pranay.
No, well, I have to move back to the visibility. Otherwise, I will have this problem. But actually, I'm confused here because what I want is when I hover, it should appear, but they are not appearing.
Try
Actually,
forcing the state in
ac-
the Chrome developer tools.
actually, what I'm doing, I'm hovering over an invisible thing. So this is not possible. So you know what is the best
Try
option? Like,
opacity 0. Pranay?
yeah, that is the best option which I feel right now.
Yeah.
Opacity should be set to 0, and
And with
if,
active, it
if
should
we
be
are hovering,
opacity of 1. Yeah, and opacity 1 in the active one. Yeah. Now it should work.
but above here, this is not.
Try hovering first if that is.
Okay, so let's do a small tweaking here. What we can do? Switching to this mode the mode towards. So, so I guess this is it for the today session. We will solve this issue in the next session.
Yeah, we have to look deeply into this issue.
Okay.
Okay, so enough. I think this is it for today's session. We will catch you up in tomorrow's session and we'll continue this project. Thank you for joining.